Hello everyone. I hope you guys are doing well out there. Also too, I hope that you have been hanging in there with all of these energies that we are experiencing at the moment, because it's really been something. I mean, I know we say this all the time, it's been so intense, but it's because it really has been. I mean, this year has been very active, and I mean, this summer has been extremely intense on all levels, really. I mean, physically, energetically, spiritually, scientifically, on a soul level. I mean, just all over the place. Especially the last 2 or 3 weeks, it's been extremely intense, to be honest. And it's only going to get even more intense, okay, as the months fly by. And even next year, it's going to be even more intense. But lately, though, there's just been a lot that's been coming up. We've had confrontations and opposition. We've gotten into trouble. I mean, there's just been a lot of things that have been happening, especially for the divine masculine. So yeah, I mean, this is what I wanted to talk to you about today. Actually, I had recorded part of this video with Brian, but there were some things that took place during the recording that I was guided not to upload yet because it wasn't the time to talk about it. Also, too, what took place afterwards during the lunar eclipse, yeah, that was extremely significant. The things that we cleared that night are huge. I mean, we've cleared so many blockages, especially for the divine masculine and for everything that is going on. But yeah, what took place on the lunar eclipse was very, very significant. I will tell you that. So many things that have been happening energetically behind the scenes, a lot of things that were unexpected but expected at the same time. So it's very, very exciting, and the things that we are accomplishing are on a different level here. So yeah, anyway, so I'm not sure if you guys remember, but last year in December of 2016, there was a crazy influx of energy that was coming through to the planet, and scientists were noticing these crazy energetic anomalies taking place. We've had the solar flares, and we saw the energy, I mean, just all over the place. And of course we knew what was going on. I mean, we were going through a lot of coding and downloads and upgrades and just all of this stuff that was happening. So at that time, we were actually shown that we were going to have about 3 or 4 more of those energetic waves this year. Well, this is one of those waves, and we are actually in the midst of it. And these influxes of energy have a tendency to also affect us, of course, because we are in carbon-based bodies, and we do have the tendency to feel very tired and drained and feel very anxious. It's the times when most of the purging does happen is when we go through these frequency spikes. So for those of you that are aware of the Schumann resonance or not, I will explain to you a little bit about it. And I won't go into too much detail. That deserves a video in itself. But basically what the Schumann resonance is it's really the frequency of the planet. It is the resonance in which the planet vibrates at. It's the heartbeat of the planet. It is the magnetic field around the planet. And so this frequency has always been at a 7.83 hertz for as long as we've known. I mean, that is the norm. However, for the last few years, I would say since 2012, surprisingly, it's been spiking up, and it's been going from 7.83 all the way to 10, 15 hertz, 20, 25 hertz. and now even up to 40 hertz. And when it comes to frequency, you're talking frequency, that is a significant jump from 7 hertz to 40 hertz. I mean, that is huge. That's huge. And as you can see, everything that we talk to you guys about, everything that we talk to each other about, is really happening. Science is proving it. We really are raising the frequency of the planet. Our collective consciousness as a whole is helping to raise the frequency of the planet. This is really, really happening. So what's interesting about this is that there is actually a website that shows you the Schumann resonance on a daily basis. And if you guys are interested in looking that up, I am going to place a link in the description. But basically, if you look at the history of the Schumann resonance, it so happens that during the lunar cycles, it's when it tends to get all crazy. During important portals or shifts, I mean, the energy is crazy. The frequency spikes. And, how is it that the frequency is spiking like crazy right after we talk about these shifts on the exact same dates? So as you can see, there is a correlation because everything is connected, and this is really happening. So what I will say about this though, guys, is lately this past week, it's been extremely intense. The frequency has been very, very intense, and as you already know, anytime the frequency of the planet shifts, we shift because we are living on the planet and we are connected to it. So I know for myself, I've been so exhausted in the last week or so, and I've been experiencing anxiety. It's been pretty intense for all of us. I mean, you really must have to be dead in order to not feel any of this, because it is extremely intense. It's very powerful. So if you have been feeling tired, this is why. It is because of the spike in frequency. And also too, I just want to say, listen to your bodies. Intuitively, your body is always signaling something to you. So if you are feeling tired and you are needing a nap, then go take a nap. If you're thirsty, drink plenty of water. If you want to lay down, go lay down. I know I've had to, this past week, I had to constantly take a nap throughout the day because I just couldn't go on. It was that intense. Also too, if you are craving things, for example, if you are craving greens, if you are craving fruits or starches, go eat that. I know for myself, last week was really weird because my body was just asking for potatoes and green vegetables, broccoli, and I needed to have these foods in order to regain my strength, and it helps. Your body knows exactly what it needs, so just pay attention to that. Also too, don't be afraid to say no whenever you guys are being asked to go out and do something, or babysit for someone, or take care of something. If you really don't have the energy, don't be afraid to say no. This is a very real thing, and it affects us very much so. So that's all I'm saying. If you want to also take a bath, take a bath. That really helps. Epsom salts really helps in a bath during these times when the energy is really high. So yeah. Also too, something I've noticed is for some of us, because we are already high vibrational beings, too much caffeine is going to burn you out. And I'm telling you guys, this is the truth. Too much caffeine is going to burn you out. You're already high vibrational. And if you are not working out or moving around a lot, Yeah, it's going to burn you out. So it's really important too that during this time, get out and do some walking, some stretching, or go work out. Especially, go do some shadow boxing, because you literally have energy running through your body, um, 3 or 4 times as much as the average person. So this energy needs to go somewhere. It needs to be released. So find an activity that will help you release all of this energy. That's the only way you're going to keep sane, to be honest with you. I know for me, when I have all of this energy in me and I'm not working out or I'm not out walking or running, I get very anxious. And that's because I'm in a carbon-based body and I have all of this energy that is trying to be released, and I have to release it somehow. Sitting around is not going to help it. So yeah, even if you just do some stretching, I mean, I know we're not all in the best shape, but just doing some stretching will really help you, honestly. But other than that, that is that update. I also wanted to talk to you guys about a little bit about what the divine masculine is going through at the moment. It just seems like the divine masculine is going through a huge purge right now. So if you are noticing that your masculine counterpart is going through being really moody or defensive or aggressive, or it's impossible to talk to them right now, is because of the purge that they are going through at the moment. So what the divine masculine is going through is actually clearing and releasing aggression. And it's understandable because, over many cycles of life, the divine masculine has really been through, war and battle, and they've had to defend what was rightfully theirs. And a lot of the times they've had to fight even till their death. And so it has not been easy for them. A lot of times it's just a mechanism to react this way. But when we go through purging this stuff out, it seems like that's when it comes up the most. So what's amazing about this is that the divine feminine is actually lifting them up and energetically teaching them and showing them that, hey, you know what? It's okay to stand up for yourself and defend what is yours and defend what you believe with grace and with heart, with love and grace. It doesn't always have to be aggression and or with a violent tongue. It doesn't always have to be that way. You can still be strong and powerful and show your power without having to react aggressively, if that makes sense. Because we are entering the new. This is all very new energy. The new divine masculine is not overly aggressive. That they don't have a violent tongue. They don't want to fight. That's not what it is about anymore. It's about standing in our power. It's about the divine masculine standing in his power. It doesn't matter what body you're in, what sex you're in, but standing in his power from a place of love, really. And there's nothing better than that. I mean, really, it melts my heart when I see the divine masculine in his physical, manly form, but then also to see that he has a heart like butter. I mean, there's nothing better than that. It's amazing, because showing your true power isn't always necessarily showing off what your physical self is able to do, but it's really about showing your true heart. It's your energy. It's like, what are you really about? Are you in ego, or are you in your heart? And that's the true power. So it's just having a balance, because of course, there are going to be times when people will try to take advantage or try to do something, and we just naturally have to fight for what we believe in, or certain things. We're going to have to stand up to things. But as long as you're doing it righteously, that's all that matters. And the best example I can give you, if you follow scripture, is, when Jesus went into the temple, into the sacred temple, and he saw these other beings, selling, marketing stuff in the temple. He didn't go in there pleading them not to sell stuff in there anymore. He went in there with a whip and like knocked stuff out. But he was in righteous anger. There are limits to certain things. But what I'm saying here is that just the simple things, it's letting go of the aggression, and then acting from a place of love and from your heart space is what the divine masculine is really entering into right now. So that's what it is about at the moment. So if your twin is acting very aggressive or defensive, just please bear with them, and allow them to go through this purge, because this purge really has to go. This purge has to happen. So that's all I really wanted to talk to you guys about today. Hang in there with these energies, listen to your body, get your rest, and stay hydrated. And I will keep you guys updated with other things as well. And there's a lot going on. I have to catch up on some of these videos. But other than that, you guys, if you have any questions, reach out to me. Or, if you'd like a session with me, feel free to reach out. I am here. So other than that, stay safe, be good out there, and I will speak to you soon. Bye, everybody.